Hi, thanks for joining me today to make this lovely black pudding salad. So I've got my black pudding, I've got a pre-made salad that I've made up earlier, and I've got some lovely McGee's potato scones. McGee's is a very well-known brand in Scotland. So I'm just going to start by taking the potato scones out of the packet, and I'm just going to chop them into rough squares. This only takes a few seconds to do. So potato scones are very popular in Scotland with a traditional fried breakfast, and they are in England as well. Often in England they're called potato cakes. So just chopping this into rough squares for the croutons. And as you can see, you get quite a few from just two, so I'm just going to pop this one back in. Okay, so I'm just going to pop them into the frying pan. I'm going to fry them off in some oil. Now you don't want to use too much oil, but you do need enough to give them that nice fried flavour that they're known for in a fry up. So as you can see, they don't take too long to start to cook. I'm just going to add in a little salt, a little sea salt, and just a little ground black pepper, and that's just going to flavour them up slightly. And you can also add other spices. You can use garlic or some chilli if you want. I've just kept these plain with salt and pepper. So as you can see, they're fried up nicely. Just make sure that you turn them all over just so each one gets a little of the oil and quite toasted. So this is just a little piece of butter that I've got on my chopping board, and I'm just going to put a tiny piece in. You don't need an awful lot. I'm putting in probably about half a teaspoon to a teaspoon of butter. And the butter gives it just extra flavour just at the very end of cooking. You don't want to add it in too early because it might burn, but if you just toss them in the end with butter, it just gives a lovely flavour. And that's your potato scone croutons, which I must say are fantastic. And you can use them on anything. So I'm just going to start with the black pudding. So this is Simon Howie black pudding. And you can see it's very reasonably priced. So this comes in a packet. There's 4 slices in here, and I'm just going to cook 2 up today for this salad. It's just a light lunch for my husband and I. This could also be made as a starter if you wanted to make it as a starter with probably a little less salad. And here's the salad that I've got here. This is just a simple salad that I've made up. And I've got some dressing that I've made, and I'm just giving that a stir. I actually heated the chili flakes in the oil in the microwave, and that just put the chili flavour into the oil. Just a few seconds. You have to be careful it doesn't get too hot. So it's Filippo Berio olive oil, and that's extra virgin, some chili flakes, and some garlic and herb seasoning. And you can just use any kind of flavourings or seasonings that you like. And I'm just going to dress the plate. Just swirl it round, makes it look nice. Not too much, as there is quite a lot of fat in your black pudding. You don't need too much when you're putting it on. And here are these croutons. I have eaten some, I've got to confess. So I'm just popping the rest on. I've got another plate to make up, so I'm just going to put some on here and then some onto the other plate. And then just a final dressing with your oil. And that's the finished dish. So I hope that you can give it a try. As usual, let me know how you got on. It's really nice, and you can use the croutons with any other dish that you like as well. So please continue to follow us on YouTube, and you can subscribe to get information on new videos that we've got coming up.